Well, every Tuesday we've been crossing over to the New York Post columnist Miranda Devine. She's been absolutely magnificent covering the election. It's finally, as James said, D-Day. Americans will go to the polls today. The momentum is with Trump to win another 4 years, and don't we need him? The whole Western world and its values hang on a Trump victory. Let's go to Miranda, who joins us live from New York City. Miranda, I've made the point, and you have time and time again, that this election result is not only important for Americans, but for the whole of Western world. He's the only world leader who's pushed back against climate change hysteria, identity politics, cancel culture, left-wing indoctrination of our kids. Do you think this kind of approach and his record on that is having some traction?
Absolutely. It's it's sort of the courage to stand against the elites that really wins him so much affection from the Trump voters that you see at the rallies that chant, "We love you." Have you ever seen that before for any politician in the world? And I also think that for Australia, it's important from a security point of view because Trump is the only president to stand up to China. And you can bet your bottom dollar that if he had been president in 2013, when Obama and Vice President Biden were in charge, there's no way that China would have got away with militarising those islands in the South China Sea that do threaten the security of Australia and our other neighbours.
And he's talked about Biden stripping America of its assets. Does that line of attack resonate with the voters in these swing states?
It does. And look, particularly in the Rust Belt, where under George W. Bush and Obama and Biden, you had tens of thousands of jobs shipped offshore to China, manufacturing fell in a hole, unemployment and despair hit. And so, of course, these places ended up being the epidemic, the sort of epicenter of the opiate crisis. So
and Miranda, five rallies in one day. It's phenomenal stuff. The momentum is with him for the last few weeks, minus the 2 or 3 days when he had coronavirus. He's been doing at least 2 to 4 rallies a day. The energy is extraordinary, isn't it?
Amazing. 14 rallies in the last 13 days. He did 5 today and 5 yesterday. He was in the freezing, snowing Michigan 1 minute, and then the next rally he's off in warm Florida. And he just stands out there for an hour. Incredible energy. Tonight at 1 a.m. this morning, I guess, our time, he, whenever that was, 3 or 4 hours ago, he was dancing on stage to the YMCA.
I know.
He's
magnificent.
He's 74 years old and he's just recovered from COVID.
I mentioned last week that our betting agencies here cannot take a bet on Biden. There's no one backing Biden and massive bets on Trump. To wind it up for now, how do you see it as you're talking to me now?
I think he'll win Trump the Electoral College vote. I'm picking it as over 300. And he'll win Pennsylvania. He'll win Florida comfortably. Pennsylvania will be tight. And as long as there isn't any dirty business, which the Democrats are promising, but if he has a big enough margin in Pennsylvania, they will not be able to steal the election from him in that state.
Wonderful stuff, wonderful stuff. Thank you for what you've done. You've written brilliantly, I have to say. We'll see what's going on. It's all on tomorrow, but I think the biggest thing, this whole nation needs to understand we are involved in this as well. Miranda Devine, very grateful. Many thanks. Have a great day.
Thanks, Alan.
Have a great day.
You too.
There she is, Miranda Devine in New York.